What's up, y'all? This is Ikey Raw, man of the people. As you can see, I'm out Hollywood. I just had to sit down with Jay-Z. Had to talk to him about the recent partnership with the NFL. There's been a lot of controversy. A lot of people are upset that Jay-Z's partnering with the NFL. Some people think that he should have asked for Colin Kaepernick to get a job in the NFL first. Eric Reed, former teammate of Colin Kaepernick, has come out publicly and blasted Jay-Z. A lot of sports commentators have called Jay-Z a sellout, called him a coon. A lot of people just can't understand why would he partner with the NFL after he told people not to perform for the NFL at the Super Bowl. So Ikey Raw, man of the people, was out in Hollywood a couple of days ago. Had to sit down with Jay-Z. So here's the interview. Please enjoy. First of all, I just want to say thank you for joining me today. I know it's a lot been going on since you made the announcement about the partnership with the NFL. A lot of people are saying that you're a sellout. A lot of people are saying that you're a coon and everything like that.
Right.
So just first of all, what do you have to say for the people who say that you are selling out?
You guys are mad at me about the same thing you guys are doing. I felt it was really hypocritical.
There's a lot of hypocrites out here, man. There's a whole lot of hypocrites out here. I just think that some people just want the spotlight. I just think that some people feel as though the spotlight is on you now. It's like, well, Colin took a knee. Colin's not in the NFL. They feel as though, well, Jay-Z was just saying, you know, you need me, I don't need you. And you were just telling people don't perform at the Super Bowl. So now, How can he do a partnership with the NFL? It's very hypocritical.
It's strange, but at the same time, I think that in that room, my celebrity allowed me a voice.
Exactly. I mean, that's the same thing I was saying. Like, I mean, if Colin started the protest, like, when you do a protest, you mean, that means you want something. So the people ask you, like, now, what do y'all want? So now they asking you, like, all right, Jay, what's up? What can we do? So have you ever met Colin Kaepernick?
No.
So if you was to meet Colin one day, what would the conversation between you and Colin Kaepernick be like?
I don't know. I would probably say, man, I'm sorry that so much happened to you, man. You know, I think that'll start the conversation.
So you have some people saying, like, you know, Colin started the, the protests and everything like that. You trying to hijack it and everything like that.
I guess that conversation would definitely take ownership for my part in the part I played in occupying that space.
About 2 years ago, when Donald Trump came out and said, you know, get those SOBs off the field, or, you know what I mean, something like that, to that effect, you know, a lot of owners act like they wanted to prove, well, not a lot, but, you know, you had Jerry Jones with the fake taking a knee and everything like that.
Exactly.
But why do you think, like, you see the NBA players like LeBron and, you know, Chris Paul, and, you know, those NBA players always standing up and always, I mean, stepping on the forefront when something happens in the community. Why do you think it's easier, or why do you think so many NBA players are more willing to step out than versus the NFL players?
I think, first of all, it's smaller numbers. It's 12 people on the team. In football, you have 53 people, so it's harder to get 53 people thinking the same thing. It's easier to have a conversation to get 12 people on the same page, for one. Two, they have a great commissioner.
Just for the record, can you let everyone know what is, you know, one of the good things about Donald Trump being president?
The great thing about Donald Trump being president is now we're forced to have the dialogue.
Right.
And now we're having the conversation on a large scale.
So Jay, like, I mean, you've been in this game a long time, man. So a lot of people who really don't understand, like, you got over 20 years in this thing. Like, I mean, just, you know, making music and, you know, just being an entrepreneur, being a good person in the community and everything like that, giving back, you know, putting a lot of artists on and everything like that.
My whole thing is to identify with the truth, not to be the youngest, hottest, new, trendy thing.
You're the first billion-dollar hip-hop artist, so why not you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand. Like, I know that you have a plan. I know you're not just doing this, you know, just to make it about yourself. You're not doing this just to become an owner of an NFL team and everything like that. But how long have you been, you know, stepping up in situations like this? You know, has this always been in you?
That's who I am. And I've done it from the beginning of my career.
See, my thing is this: when you protest, that means you want something. You're protesting for a cause. You're protesting for a reason. I mean, that means you want some kind of change. So now, once the NFL owners or Roger Goodell, whoever reached out to you and say, "Hey, Jay, come in, let's talk. Let's make something happen." So I guess that's a part of, you know, the results of Colin protesting or Malcolm Jenkins, whoever. You know, I felt some kind of way when the NFL, it was announced that the NFL gave Malcolm Jenkins the $89 or $90 million. But once I did my research and found out, you know, where the money was going, what the money was allocated for, you know, I understand more now why he took the money and, you know, wasn't saying like, well, I'm not taking the money unless Colin has a job. or anything like that. So I think people do need to understand that it's not about Colin getting back in the NFL. Colin didn't protest, for other players to be in the NFL. Colin protested because
Absolutely.
of the injustice being done to unarmed black men being shot by police, and the inequalities between, black and brown people in the United States of America. So
Right.
at the end of the day, what do you have to say about that?
Absolutely. That's why this is happening.
The one thing our communities have to understand that, when you're doing protests or any type of calls for actions, you know what I mean? It's like a relay race. You understand what I mean? I might can take it, as far as I can take it. Then I got to hand the baton off to you. You know what I mean? So now Colin took it where he took it at. So now he has to hand it off to Malcolm Jenkins. Malcolm Jenkins has to hand it off to you. Now you have to hand it off and do what you have to do. A lot of people had issue about you making a statement, saying that we're past kneeling. I understood what you mean. Like, no, we're not past kneeling overall. Like, if people want to still kneel, they can kneel. But as far as what the NFL is concerned about and what you are concerned about is like, no, wait. We're past kneeling. We kneel. Now they want to talk to us. So now what? And I understood what you're saying. So it's not like, oh, we're past kneeling. Like, nobody's going to ever kneel again. Like, like that's just asinine to think that way for some people.
I feel it's the most important work that I've done, and I'm very proud of it. And the effect that it's having on people.
Yeah, I go through that a lot myself. A lot of people have a lot of expectations of me because I'm a black man, so they feel as though, if I'm protesting unjust killing of a black man from a police officer, that I'm supposed to, be behind every black movement of everyone. You know what I mean? So what do you think, what do you have to say of people who have high expectations of me just because I'm black?
It's unfair to place unfulfillable expectations on this man just because of his color.
So what about NFL players, NBA players, sports broadcasters, people who feel as though that you sold out, people who call you a coon and stuff like that? I have some people, I seen posts on social media, people saying like, you should be killed, like you should die and everything like that, Just touch on that a little bit.
So you put on this shell of this tough person that's really willing to fight me and possibly kill me.
Now, as we all know, recently Kanye West has come out and said that, he's a Trump supporter and everything. He had the MAGA hat and everything like that. And we know that you and Kanye had y'all thing and everything like that, So have you spoken to Kanye?
I hate Kanye the other day, just tell him that he's my brother. I love Kanye. I do. It's a complicated relationship with us. There's a karmic debt that has to be paid.
That's deep.
Had I had the level of consciousness then that I have now, things would have turned out differently. And just knowing that, I definitely want everyone to know that.
Well, once again, I thank you for sitting down with me today, Jay, and just give me your side of the story and everything like that, man.
I enjoyed it.
So once again, this is Ikey Raw, man, and the people, man. Sit down with Jay-Z in Hollywood, undisclosed location, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man, and until next time.